Hey, what's up, baby, and welcome back to another Seth the Programmer. Yeah, Seth the Programmer reaction video. So I was looking over some of my videos, and I realized that the Saber video was still getting some views. And I'm looking at it, and went to my reaction playlist, especially because it's been a while since I reacted to anything besides that Shonen Showdown that I made like a few days ago. But I just realized that I haven't been doing Seth the Programmer, and you guys really like the Saber video, so why would I not do another one? I was looking through some of the videos that I put on the reaction playlist, and I found one that really resonated with me. The third Hokage is underrated. This didn't really, resonated was the wrong word, because this doesn't resonate with me. I would love to hear his thoughts on this. This is 5 years ago, though, made 5 years ago. Hiruzen, the third Hokage. And, the reason I wanted to see this is because I completely disagree. Hiruzen is the worst Hokage out of all of them. Not only did this nigga, he was supposed to take care of Naruto for the fourth Hokage. He got him an apartment and gave him allowance and let him live on his own. Who gives a kid money and just tells them, good job, live on your own? For like, that's ridiculous. You left a kid to raise himself. And then on top of that, instead of helping the village embrace him, he was just like everybody else. He did not care about Naruto. He thought he was just another bratty kid that nobody cared about, even though he was supposed to be his responsibility.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
3, he got dogs. Like, he got absolutely dog walked by Orochimaru. The first time he could have killed Orochimaru, and he didn't because he was too soft because he raised him. And then the second time that he fought Orochimaru, he got dogged. He lost the fight. He took Orochimaru's arms with the Reaper Death Seal. And you want to know the best part about that? That didn't even last long because Kabuto helped him get his arms back, and he went into a new body. So he didn't even help stop the cycle. He didn't help whatsoever. He was useless. Like, what has he done that was notable? So good about Hiruzen.
So throughout Naruto's run, there have been a few memes that have come about due to the exaggerated tales the Naruto-verse will tell about certain shinobi, or just because they're spastic enough to attract those ramen guy solos XD forms of comments, which is essentially the equivalent of the memes kids in the Dragon Ball community use when they say Yamcha, Farm with the Shotgun, or Monica solos XD. And one of these memes happens to be Hiruzen, the god of all shinobi, the master of all techniques, the man who could solo anybody in his prime.
Be the strongest, now, of course, it's
exaggeration, but it's somewhat of a clever exaggeration that I actually appreciate because of how the data books and characters actually jerked Hiruzen off during part 1
on God, and then he did nothing.
Like he didn't exist in part 2. Many people who talk about Hiruzen's powers tend to do it in a somewhat faulty way, completely disregarding his lore as like a meme and trying to simply scale him to Orochimaru when he was almost 70 years old during that encounter. Pretty much the same conclusion YouTubers and all subpar Naruto debaters comes to is this: in his prime, he could probably just like be a Sannin but stronger or something. And this is ubiquitous. Go to any Hokage ranking video or any Hiruzen discussion video, and they all say pretty much the same hot garbage without truly analyzing what Hiruzen Sarutobi is actually capable of. We're going to be going into more of a power scaling sense in this video and how he stacks up in his own series, and we're going to be avoiding calculations and AP levels in this video, so sorry in advance for people who wanted something like that. And I know I'm coming off strong with this intro, and I know it's going to get a lot of hate off of that alone, but I just want to
let me know. Lay it on me, bro.
Community's eyes to this weird cognitive dissonance it has with this character, because for the most part, all of those Hiruzen wank memes are just that, a fucking meme, with the downplay being unironic and something to look at far more critically. Now, before we can talk about Hiruzen's true strength, we really need to get out our sparkly white gloves and duster out and really brush off this old rusty monument of an argument concerning Hiruzen versus Orochimaru. So most people aren't
I like that he brought that up in the video. The fact that in the Naruto manga and anime, they constantly talked about how he was the god of all jutsu and all this blah blah blah, greatest shinobi to ever live. But he did nothing. You would think, I get it, he's 70 years old fighting Orochimaru, but still. I would love to see him explain this. By the way, he mentioned Dragon Ball. RIP Akira Toriyama.
aware of this, but for one, Orochimaru has 7 states throughout the main series that he can be scaled to, and all of them have much different powers for the most
That's
part.
facts.
You have Orochimaru
that's fair,
in
that's fair.
Sannin days, the one that fought Jiraiya and Hanzo. Orochimaru post time skip that fought Hiruzen. Orochimaru that fought four-tailed version 2 Naruto. Orochimaru that fought Sasuke, the one that fought Itachi. Orochimaru in the war, and in Boruto. The problem here is that people don't understand the difference between Orochimaru that fought Hiruzen and the one that fought four-tailed Naruto. The Orochimaru that fought four-tailed Naruto was theorized by Jiraiya and somewhat shown to really kind of hit his limits fighting the four-tailed version 2 nine-tailed clone.
Yes,
so
that's
many
facts.
people scale this. They're like,
Orochimaru
is probably similar to base Jiraiya or something, but people forget or missed 2 things. Those 2 things being, 1, Orochimaru's body was rejecting him, and 2, Orochimaru's powers were still stolen from Hiruzen. So that's right. So after Hiruzen stole Orochimaru's powers and his arms, even after he stole and got new bodies, he never regained those powers Hiruzen stole. And this is stated by Orochimaru right after he resurrects the past 4 Hokages and his arms start like glowing pretty much. So
that the Reaper Death Seal never truly became undone.
With Hiruzen were mostly lost. This is why Orochimaru seems so much stronger versus swirly Toby Zetsu compared to how he seemed earlier in Shippuden.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. The Reaper Death Seal, even though he did get his arms back and he was able to, do jutsu, his arms were still fucked up because of the fact that he lost them to Hiruzen in the Reaper Death Seal. I forgot all about that. Continue.
It's then stated that Hiruzen at basically 70 years old is the strongest of the 5 Kage, stronger than Inoki and Raikage A, and in fact you could argue Inoki and A were stronger when Hiruzen was Hokage, since it's implied Inoki has been out of shape for a while and he's only getting older, and that A has been kind of slacking off and hiding away in his depression from the loss of the 3rd Raikage. So back to the
Inoki, that's the plasma bender, I'm pretty sure. For somebody to be out of his prime, but still the strongest, like remember, if you guys remember when, all the Kage were fighting Madara, he was the only one doing anything. He was the only one putting in work. Everybody else was getting mollywopped. Nobody stood a chance. Everybody was getting dogged. It wasn't even a debate. It was so bad. He's the only reason they even stopped that planetary devastation before Madara said another one. No DJ Khaled, spin it back. Let's continue.
Fight, Orochimaru then summons the 1st Hokage and 2nd Hokage, and while imperfect, they are still all considered Kage level by the surrounding Anbu generals watching the battle, and are enough to push someone stronger than the Raikage and Inoki. This is a Hiruzen who struggles to make 2 shadow clones later on, and can barely hold his staff in his hand, reaching these high Kage levels. From here, people kind of put it into perspective that Hiruzen really seemed to be struggling with Orochimaru, and even Orochimaru kind of jerks himself off about how he's beating the legendary professor so handedly. But this is not at all true. Hiruzen, just like he was in the past when he failed to capture Orochimaru and sat down and let him run away, is not at his full strength. So
I also forgot to mention the fact that, not even forgot to mention, I forgot the fact that Orochimaru brought the 1st and 2nd Hokage to help fight him. I forgot about that. That's something I completely overlooked. Obviously, they're not as strong as their normal selves, but that's a notable fact. I forgot about that. I can't disregard that. Maybe he is stronger than I thought.
So all of these feats so far are him as an old, weakened man and suppressed. To repeat, this old Hiruzen, who should be a retired, decrepit man just smoking his pipe in his rocking chair, is not even going all out against 3 Kage-level opponents and is still holding his own. When this battle was happening, Hiruzen used his adamantine prison wall to defend himself from Hashirama and Tobirama's powerful combination assault, and that technique pretty much summed up the entire fight. Hiruzen was simply fighting defensively the entire time. At one point, Enma, his summon, even notes this, saying, "This isn't like you," and Hiruzen apologizes. And then there is obviously a sequence where Hiruzen is closely inspecting Orochimaru, implying that he's thinking more about him. Enma is also implying that he should be fighting much differently than what he normally would. And while you could say, oh, he's referring to him being much weaker, that's not what's happening. Hiruzen, even in this final battle, is still not resolved involved in defeating Orochimaru once and for all. Right before resolving himself to using the Reaper Death Seal, Hiruzen has brief memories of his past, his village.
He's still thinking about his...
recall that he wasn't simply having a back and forth with his old rebellious
He was thinking about everything.
He was protecting his village. He was protecting his family. At this moment, Hiruzen actually snaps and went all out, and while he was tired, the difference in power is very clear. With this, we start to see
because then he
started
mollywopping it.
Normally, he summoned shadow clones, and even after being struck directly with the Bringer of Darkness Genjutsu, he then uses the Inuzuka clan Sento smell to smell the other Hokage through the darkness, deflecting their Kage level attacks while unable to even see, and then tags and seals both of them. After sealing both of them away, he has more memories and more recollections. The memories of what he was entrusted with woke him up even further from the Kage. With tears in his eyes, he went all out and destroys Orochimaru with barely any effort at all, and easily knocks away the sword that would later throw Four Tails Naruto across the forest like it was nothing.
Dang. That just makes me realize, one, how strong Orochimaru is, and two, how strong he is. Okay. I get it. Seth got away with words. He got away with words, and he got away with statistics. That's not statistics, but like facts. I didn't even think about that at all. The fact that when look at this. This is Orochimaru's freaking sword. Look, this is what it did. And this isn't even him at full power, because this is after he got his arm sealed and he never got all of his power back. And this man just mollywopped him. Too bad he didn't, go all out at the start, because then he would have beat Orochimaru and
he then died.
Nothing. Oh shit.
Sealing away Orochimaru's powers and 2 Hokage who are both Kage level. All of this is Hiruzen at his absolute worst. The databooks go over what Hiruzen at his best might have looked like. A shinobi with all 7
They should have showed us him at his
rumored
best.
to be the strongest Hokage, a god, directly confirmed that his talents surpassed even Tobirama's. And due to Hiruzen fully utilizing all of his talents and learning all jutsu and Konoha, or most of them, it can be gathered that Hiruzen did in fact surpass Tobirama as a shinobi. Now, it's unsure whether or not Hiruzen can use maybe like basic forms of the Flying Raijin or not, but
probably
otherwise,
not.
You seem to even know a seal for the Edo Tensei when Orochimaru was trying to revive Minato in their battle, and also fancied the Shadow Clones, so it's not illogical to assume, since both of these jutsu were Tobirama's and Tobirama did teach.
That also makes me think about how strong the 4th Hokage is, because I remember when he was trying to revive the 4th Hokage, he made sure that one did not come out. He was like, I cannot deal with that. Would you say Minato is stronger than the 1st Hokage, though? Would you say Minato is stronger than Hashirama? That's what I want to see in the comments. Do you think Minato is stronger than Hashirama?
Hiruzen, especially since Hiruzen had to deal with someone else in the war other than Minato and Tobirama. Not saying he does or doesn't have it here, just that if he does have Flying Raijin, it would not be actually that far out there. Now, this is just a data book, but are there feats to perhaps support this? Is there any more evidence than just like a statement? And the answer is actually yes. There are feats that directly support Hiruzen being more powerful.
Okay, let me see it. I need to see this.
And the 5 Kage, even as a reanimated old man.
Reanimate. Oh yeah, I forgot he got reanimated. He was cooking. But to be fair, that's infinite chakra.
During the
infinite
war,
chakra.
Has 3 pretty interesting feats that happen in the very few scenes he's
and he might have also had Sharingan and Rinnegan, because Orochimaru and Kabuto, not Orochimaru, Kabuto was kind of teeing off with those freaking Rinnegan. That nigga had like 12 in his pocket. So he might have more than that. This might be an overestimation of him.
This wooden Buddha statue was single-handedly beating around the entire QB Amped Shinobi Alliance, and the 5...
I wish Lady Tsunade would drown me in her boobs.
Is this nigga serious?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I don't know.
Kage all by itself, to the point that only a few people were able to fight against Madara in the back, even though everyone was trying to help them. The Kage and many others in their dismay have no choice but to comment how they aren't even able to budge the thing, even after using many large-scale attacks. It gets to the point where even the 5 Kage are pushed into a corner, and to their rescue, reanimated Hiruzen comes down and is able to hold off the Buddha statue single-handedly and counters its 5-style jutsu with his own 5-style jutsu assault. Shikamaru and everyone else even comments how if Hiruzen Hiruzen drops, it's over, despite pretty much everyone in the Alliance of relevance being there. This solidifies the statement earlier in part 1 that Hiruzen was definitely the most powerful of the Kage, at least like not the Hokage yet, but at least the normal Kage.
The Kage, the 5
but
Kage,
it
the Rai
doesn't really
Kage,
solidify him being
Sume
above
Kage,
Tobirama, as
Suchi
Tobirama
Kage.
is a bit more of a contentious
Sume
issue
Kage?
when
I don't know if I
comparing
believe that's
him
even
to
a
the
thing.
other Kage.
Muse Kage.
That is until the God
Or Misu
Tree
Kage.
begins to run amok. Naruto is yanked away by the God Tree and Tobirama tries to stop it. Using his water-style jutsu, he finds he is unable to. He calls for Minato's help, but Minato was drained by the tree in his brief scrape with it. Tobirama in his desperation then tries to lunge in directly to save Naruto, but before Tobirama can even reach Naruto, Hiruzen blitzes Tobirama and obliterates the God Tree with his staff alone and saves Naruto single-handedly again. And while this isn't the most insane feat in the series, this, alongside the statement that Hiruzen had more talent than Tobirama, and the fact that Hiruzen was reanimated in his old, weakened body and not in his prime body, should comfortably.
I was like, if I was to rank them prior, Tsunade, Hiruzen, Tobirama, Kakashi, I'm gonna say Minato, Hashirama, Naruto. That's what I would have went. And then Danzo gets put right above,
using empirical data. Hiruzen
right under
was even able
Hiruzen.
to pinpoint the effects of the true-seeking orbs almost on first sight, and was even able to react to a true-seeking attack with only a shadow clone. Now, whether or not Hiruzen could beat Hashirama as the grand legend suggests,
I doubt it.
all the
I don't
memes
think
is
it.
a bit more of a different argument. And while lore is on Hiruzen's side here, unironically,
I don't believe
he
it.
needs more feats to place him there confidently. Regardless, though, he's definitely in the top half of the Hokage pecking order rather than the lower half, as people suggest he is, at least without any weird amps or nerfs. And with his insane arsenal of jutsu and secret techniques, it's not a wonder Orochimaru thought the more ninjutsu you owned, the more powerful of a shinobi you were, as in the end, he was more than likely subconsciously looking up to Hiruzen in his own dark, warped, and cynical way.
That's a good
team up, then Orochimaru changed into
Okay, Seth, did you read the entire Naruto manga and rewatch the entire series before you made this video? That's some crazy research. Like, to come up with that idea. Like, that's kind of crazy to link those two things together and think that he's subconsciously looking up to Hiruzen. I mean, Kakashi was kind of the same way, copy ninja, except Kakashi knew like tons of jutsu all around, not just the ones in Konoha, but ones outside of it. So I guess there's a whole other debate out there.
Telling of that, but forget me. What do you think about Orochimaru actually looking up to Hiruzen? Otherwise,
probably.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This video is meant to be more of an eye-opening and educational video rather than debate-oriented. So if you disagree with a thing or two here or there, that is okay. And you can always debate me if you feel very strongly about it in my Discord, which I will link down below. I'm always willing to have a dialogue and hash it out with my viewers to prove myself and establish the truth, or we can find the truth together. So please do if you really do disagree. And this is no different, even if it was intended to be more of a relaxed video. And other than that, hope you all have a great day, and till next time.
Can Naruto destroy a planet? That's its own debate over there. You guys can go figure that out. I think he probably could. Maybe. Actually, no. I don't even think Six Paths Naruto could destroy a planet. Definitely not. I mean, he did shatter a moon with half of his chakra. Or almost, not all, half of it, like more than half of his chakra being pulled out. We don't know how much, but maybe. Man, this is honestly a cool little chill video. It wasn't too long. I've only been here for 20 minutes. Probably gonna be here for like 21. His fight against Orochimaru was like the Super Bowl of my 5th grade class. That's funny. That's cool. Hiruzen is the only Hokage to have interacted with all other 6 Hokage while they were still alive. That is also a cool fun fact. Ninjas like Hiruzen or Kakashi have over 1,000 jutsu, but only spam 3. That's facts. Naruto's the same way. I didn't even know Naruto knew Mud Wall until in Boruto. Like, when did Naruto know how to use Mud Wall? The only thing I've seen from Naruto is Rasengan and Shadow Clone Jutsu. Like, when'd you learn Mud Wall? Like, stop it. Orochimaru pretty much said if Hiruzen was 10 years younger, he would have been killed. I'm pretty sure he said that word for word. Actually, that came back to me. Okay, Hiruzen, you've risen in the ranks. You've risen in the ranks. Where would I put you now? I would probably put you, because he was scared of Minato. Would you say Hiruzen is stronger than Minato? Naruto, Tobirama, Minato, Hiruzen, Kakashi, Tsunade. Wait, that's 7. No, that's not 7. Kakashi, Tobirama, Tsunade. There we go. That's the 7. And then Danzo's right above Tsunade. I don't think Danzo probably could he beat the second Hokage? Because Danzo was only Hokage for like 2 days. And he was on some bullshit the entire time while he was there. Who knows? But hey, I learned something today. This is a cool video to watch. I don't know how I didn't think about any of this. I was like, Hiruzen is trash. Maybe it's because I heard it so much when I was younger. You know, you kind of repeat what you hear, and then you could repeat the same stuff that you hear from other people. But, you know, we got the facts right here, and I didn't do my research. SethTheProgrammer obviously did, and I got proven wrong. Hiruzen, you are one of the stronger Hokages in the bunch. Congratulations. But if you guys enjoyed and you guys want to see more videos like the most underrated characters in Naruto, Haku was definitely one of the most underrated. Levi Ackerman could take down King Kong and all this other stuff. You know, let me know in the comments, like the video. That shows me everything. But if you guys enjoyed, I hope you guys like and subscribe. And I hope I see you boys in the next one. Whoa, my voice died. Bye, guys. Have a good night.